Time to do an intro for part 2. Time for part 2. This is the second go around. We're going to finish off the last of the WIPs that I have in my WIP bin. I don't actually have a bin, guys. It's literally, it's a pile of bags that live at the end of my bed in my bedroom that I just pull out randomly and work on. The idea being that at some point, I will diminish that pile. Crafter's dream. Okay. So here we go. Can I talk about what's in this one? Safeway does the same thing. This is the Safeway version of the Walmart usable bag. Oh, yes. This is my leftover knit picks. I can show you a ball. I have a lot of balls of leftover knit picks in the blue. And it is the Craft Off project, which is a pair of leg warmers out of this and my leftover white in here. Somewhere over the rainbow. But again, like the other secret projects, I can't show you if I have any progress or not because it's just a secret. So just gonna hang that back on the computer chair and we're gonna move on. We're on to an older swag bag. All right, let us adjust my headphones. What's in here? You might skip the dishes. Oh, this is the skip the dishes bag. I got this as a swag bag because I went to a tech thing with Diana. She was talking about accessibility and technologies here at the University of Winnipeg. And there was a coding challenge being presented to the people who were participating in it. So she asked if I would be willing to come down so they'd have access to a visually impaired person to work on accessibility and programming. And I was like, yeah, I have no problem with this since we need it desperately and it needs to be forefront and center and things. Let's go. I have ribbing. This is Erin's tweed. I know what this is. This is my simple hug, my brioche simple hug from the Cozy Up Knit Girls. So this is the ribbing, which quite frankly it's ribbing, guys. It's ribbing in a beautiful brown tweed. Like it's not that exciting. I know why I haven't made any progress on this is because I actually have to think when I brioche stitch. So until it's established and I've got a rhythm in my head and I've not currently had the time to just sit down and make that a thing. But I do have, I don't know where to store you so that you are not a nuisance. There, maybe? We'll see if it stays. So I got a ball of this beautiful brown tweed and I got the window light open, so I've got a bunch of natural light going on, so like it blows out pretty bad if I bring it close to the camera. But this is Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co.'s chocolate color and her tweed base, which, oh god, her DK tweed. So freaking glorious. And what I did when I talked to her is she had made some DK skeins of the Songbird colorways from her sock club last year. Yeah, so sock club for 2021. So these are not all of them. I think I have one more in here. That's the Songbird colorway. That isn't the brown. So we did the math as per pattern, and I made sure we had enough chocolate brown to have that be our main color and our ham McCoff colors, because that's really what you want. Oh, here we go. And then we picked from the Songbird colors to be the underside parts. So I'm starting this way. So I got colors going on, and we're going to work up bottom. It's a bottom up pattern. It's their simple hug only in a brioche version is what it is. It's not fancy, guys. It's a drop shoulders simple. It's a very simple cardigan. It's if you can knit and you can purl, learning the stitches for brioche when you're not increasing or decreasing is super easy, super approachable for an advanced beginner. So these are going to be the colors you see next to the chocolate brown. So it's going to be chocolate brown, and then you're going to get peaks of that color underneath in the brioche. So I want to work on this right now, but I know I'll mess up my brioche. I need a spare afternoon and some good classical music and just some time to sit and get the brioche established in my brain. And once it's established in my brain, I'm just gonna blow through this like nobody's business. Mostly because it's an oversized cardigan pattern I am not making the size recommended for that much positive ease because I don't like that much positive ease in my garments. So I'm making like the smallest size, and it has like a 48-inch finished measurement for their small, like it's like 10 to 12 inches of positive ease in the pattern. So like I'm making the smallest size. So I'm good that way. I have a simple hug, and it's actually out of some fingering held double in Halloween colors. So I used scrap Halloween yarn to make my simple hug with a gray for the hem and the contrast band to the sleeves. And I loved it. I still love it, but it's got short sleeves. So this one with the brioche hug, I want to make it with the full length sleeves. And I don't know about pockets. Probably not. Mostly because brioche is just so squishy that my phone would stretch out one side of the cardigan, which isn't going to work, but I'm keeping that one. I'm keeping that one. I ripped a lot of things. I'm not willing to rip that. I'm not willing to rip that. I just need to sit down and figure it out in my head so that I can go, because I've got miles of body to knit. Miles of body to knit. So it shouldn't be that difficult, guys. In the polka dot bag. I know it's in this bag. It is a Garter Marler by Stephen West. And all I have is the neckline. Now I've switched over to the larger needles, and if we all remember my woes from the last time I was working on this, I had gauge correct. It was all good. It's got stitching I'm not worried about. But I forgot to switch to my larger needles when I was doing my ribbing. Oops. And I royally messed up the increases like super bad. So I'm using a bunch of one skein ones that I have, and I'm using the 2 skeins of the raspberry and chaos. The raspberry is from Mammoth Yarns, and the chaos is from Mandrusha Fiber Arts. It's a pink and a purple. Ugh, I can't do that just with the lateral light. It just messes with the lighting really hard on you guys. Do that, which is good, but I think what it is that I just don't want to do the shoulder increases again. Like I just really wish I was on the body at this point because I've already done them once. I just did them so bad. Guys, we were like more than 50 stitches off, like bad. So, and I absolutely did a horrible job at ripping. So there's just yarn barf everywhere in here. Ugh. Phaedra. Babe, we need to sit down and fix this. Oh, guys, that's another one. I need like a half hour just to get sorted as to what the world I've done in there before I move on to anything else. All right, I don't know where we're at. Rather, I give up. I'm done counting. You guys keep track. I don't know. I'm gonna make a note and we're gonna move on. In a large reusable bag, I have a book. Hello. I have a lovely bunch of coconuts. What is? I think I did a thing. But I've got, I can check right now. Because I didn't wind all the yarn up for it. I have the Regal. Diana has the Heritage. I have the Briggs and Little Regal Blue Heather. Gray Heather. It's a blue heather. I call it blue heather. It's a gray heather. This is the yarn for the 4 cardigan. I have too much yarn in here, which tells me I am not working on that project as much as I should be. I got the project sitting over here. I got a ways to go still. Hello, kitten. I got a ways to go still before I'm done my first front panel, and I seriously needed to be well on my way through my back panel at this point, so there's going to be some panic crafting occurring in the next few weeks. However, I am a huge fan of Briggs & Little. I'm a huge fan of Crochet with Carrie patterns, mostly because Briggs & Little has beautiful stitch definition. It's a beautiful natural wool, and the Crochet with Carrie stuff is just so appealing. They're either fun crochet stitches, or it's a fun construction, or they make really good classic sort of cardigan looks. So it's right up me and Diana's alley. We've made several of K Crochet Carrie's stuff because we really like her stuff. So hopefully that continues. And again, I've given up on counting. So, I know what this one is. All right. I'm not going to get this done in time for Christmas, I don't think, but that's okay. My sibling is aware of how things work for me. She's also the one who reminded me that I have to make some stuff for the niece's boyfriend. This is my sister's crochet throw blanket that I'm slowly working on. The pattern is from Mikey of the Crochet Craft, and he did one called the Annual Christmas Blanket. He did it in Christmas colors for Christmas gifts, so this makes sense to me. I am making my version of it out of big wide stripes of blue and black to go on my sister's 70s orange couch, which will look really nice, look really good. It's got some texture, it's got holes, it's got funny stitches. Like it's not boring, which becomes the problem when you're doing like granny square blankets and the rows start to get really long. It gets really dull. You don't get dull with this one, which I like Mikey's patterns for that. They've always got a beautiful texture orientation to them, so they're enjoyable to work on. I simply have had to put this aside to get the boyfriend's stuff done first, which is fine. If I have to, I will take it in the definitely not the opera bag that I have from CPC, and I will show my sibling how far along I am on it and work on it during our Christmas stuff, which right now is scheduled after Christmas. So that stays to plan. Maybe I'll get it done before I go over. We'll find out. I have hiccups. Holy, whoa. Okay. This might be a rip. We might. Yeah, I should rip this. Guys, in my Canada Reads bag, can you tell I like CBC programming? I have the start of the festive yoke sweater. I was going to make it a cardigan. I got it set up for that. Got it off the needles. I got through my ribbing. This is some more glorious Brings a Little. And a beautiful green. And I was going to use this, let me show you here, this to go with it. Again, in the heritages. So I was gonna make a color work cardigan in those two colors, the green and that sort of oatmeal stone color. I'm gonna double check my yardages on these. But I don't think I want it to be festive. I think I need it to be something else. But I'm gonna check my yardages to see if I've got enough of the green, because I think I bought the green in a sweater quantity to just be a sweater quantity on its own. And I didn't do the same with this stone color. So I'm going to take a look, but I don't. So far, this is the only project where I've opened up the bag, I've looked at it, and I don't want to stop recording and start working on it. So that tells me that this has to go. So we are going to change its location, not mark it as a WIP. Well, no, mark it as a WIP, but then make a note that it's been ripped. And we're going to let this go, and we're going to make it into something else. Ooh, maybe that could be my Christmas Day cast on something fun for myself, eh? Maybe. I'm blowing through these real fast. I'm very excited by this. All right. Only one bag full of bags left to go. Oh, God, I need to get rid of some of these WIPs. Ooh, these are things. This isn't even on the needles yet. Does it count as a WIP? Yeah, because I want to stop what I'm doing and start working on it right now. This is the stuff for my Dingley Down, which is a V-neck t-shirt that I want to make. I've got 2 skeins of Erin's figuring weight all caked up and ready to go. And these colors are Thornberry, Huckleberry, and Black Emerald. Oh, yeah. Maybe this should be my Christmas Day cast on. Maybe I should, after this, just go bonkers and cast on 50 million things. That's what I should do. Just find excuses to cast things on. Technically not on the needles. But, oh. I need to put this on the needles like right away. Oh my God, I want to start this right now. Oh, okay, so yeah, rip the festive yoke sweater because I'm not that interested in doing it anymore. start the diggly down. Ooh, make a note, make a note. This is not a good sign. I should remember what my whips are. Too many, too many. What are you? What? Why have I not been working on you? Guys, it's the Star Trek Find Your Fade show. Oh, 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 I need to work on this. It's at that super awkward tiny thong stage. I love my first Find Your Fade. That's why I'm making a second one. This uses all Star Trek yarns from this year's sock colorway from Fireweed Fiber Co. You guys? Oh, and this is Blood Wine, referencing the Klingons, as it were. Oh, I need to get going on this again. Oh, I'm ready for my first lace section. Oh, I need to work on this. Why have I not been working on this? What is wrong with me? It's even in the most appropriate bag ever. It's in my nerds bag. Nerds freaking rule. I've had this bag for more than 20 years. It was originally not supposed to have. Oh, I need to work on it. Okay. Don't get distracted. Finish this first. Make a note. Keep going. You're almost done. All right. This is the last of them. Because I am not counting my designs and I am not counting patterns that I have not casted on yet. So, well, once I'm done this, I have to like cast on a hat, and secret crafting has to occur for the moment. Start of December. This is where we stand. And in my Don't Forget to Knit branded swag bag of the Northern Knits variety, one of the ones Diana made. Well, they're in the Shopify store Diana made. She found it, she located it, she did all of the work for it. She even put our cups on the pattern design on the pocket. Oh, so good. I have the Scrap Buster satchel's the word I'm looking for. And I remember making this and then figuring out how I have to adjust the pattern and realize it was going to be extra work for me. And then giving up. Not because I didn't want the bag, but because I didn't want to do the extra work. I'm not looking forward to making all the squares necessary and then seaming them together by hand, because my knitting style is such that if I were to do it and connect it as called for in the pattern, it would be wrong. So I've added extra work to my plate and I've never picked this back up. But this would be a great scrappy secret crafting project for the new year, I think, for one of the secret craft offs challenges with Louise, because it uses like straight needles, which just look at the back. And I have all the yarn here and it's all set aside. And when it's finished, I'm gonna have a wonderful fall purpley red. Yeah, wine red. Harvest colored, deep green, pumpkin orange bag. Okay, I need to finish this. I want that bag in my life. I might do, I suppose, because I'm seaming it. I could seam the front and do the measurements for it, and then I could use the seamed pieces, like the fronts, the sides, and the bottom, before they're seamed together. And I could use that as a template to make a fabric lining for the inside of it and sew a fabric lining on the inside, and do the same thing with the strap so that it doesn't stretch. That could be a thing, guys. That could be a thing. I know the good news. That means I'm done. Yes. This would have been a lot lengthier if we were counting my designs or things that I have upcoming that I have to get onto my needles and my hook, like right there, that project bag right there. That's a commission I'm doing for Asa. I need to get started on it. She needs to stop giving me work so I can work on her blanket. So that's it. That's my whips as they stand this year. They definitely shrunk. I've got needles with nothing on them. I got a lot of needles with nothing on them. So I'm going to start solving that problem this month and cast on like a crazy person and thoroughly enjoy that process, and then have regrets later, which is a problem for future Jocelyn. So I'm going to say, until the next State of the WIP, Wow, that's like a year from now. Guys, no. Till the next time we see you. Stay safe, stay crafty, and we'll catch you later. Bye.